Call of Duty Modern Warfare is right around the corner, and this may be the Call of Duty that changes franchise history. It's CruzerBass here, and today I'll be talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare and all the big changes they're bringing to the franchise. There's been a lot of skepticism and negativity about it, but here I am to point out that not all change is bad. First off, let's discuss one of the biggest changes coming to Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and that's player count. Call of Duty as a franchise has always been known for its close quarters, fast-paced action, but this year's entry seems like it wants to switch it up a bit. Now, not only is there a 2v2 game mode, a 6v6, and a 10v10, but we'll be having a 20 versus 20 and a ground war of up to 100 players. Now that's really gonna change the pacing of each match. I mean, just imagine map design alone. These maps will now have to be more comparable to Battlefield maps than anything we've seen in Call of Duty before. We've already seen a lot of content creators who've had hands-on time with the game have something to say about the 20v20 game mode, and not all of it was good. That being said, you have to hold on and try it for yourself. It's pretty clear that Modern Warfare wants to reach for a new demographic with its 20v20 and 100 player game mode, and it seems to be aiming right at Battlefield. And boy, is it the right time to do so, because honestly speaking, Battlefield hasn't been in the most positive light with its last two entries into the franchise. Not only have most fans been disappointed of the Battlefield series, but they've been clamoring for another entry into the series that takes place in a modern era. And for Modern Warfare to be coming out at a time when Battlefield fans are sick and tired of what they've been offered, it seems like really good timing for Infinity Ward to come in and swoop some of that player base. But what if you're an OG Call of Duty player and you don't want to mess with a large-scale Battlefield? Well, thankfully they thought of you too by including a 2v2, a 6v6, and a 10v10 game mode. Another common complaint I've seen with this is people saying that having so many different options is gonna dilute the total player count spread across every game mode. But then comes change number 2, crossplay support. For the first time in Call of Duty franchise history, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC players will all be playing in the same player pool. This will completely solve the issue of having so many varied game modes. One of the most common complaints I've read online has to be people worried about being matched up with mouse and keyboard users when playing on console. Luckily, that's just not how it works. This crossplay is already been confirmed to work via input. That means controller players are going to play against controller players, mouse and keyboard users against mouse and keyboard users, and the only time that will cross over is when you choose to play with one of the other category. Now, how about we discuss two of the biggest changes coming to Call of Duty, and that's gameplay and gun customization. Both of these go hand in hand because guns seem to have a ton more recoil than what you'd be used to. And with the heavy emphasis on gun customization, apparently every primary weapon is gonna have around 60 attachments, while secondaries have 30. This means there's a ton of experimentation to be done to find the perfect gun for you. Not only can you make guns better, but putting the wrong attachments can in fact make guns worse. We've never seen gun customization this in-depth before. You can make an AK-47, put some attachments on it, and make it look like an RPD. Or you can take that same AK-47, take some attachments away, fit some others, and make it much more like an AK-74U. You can completely change a gun's class here. Another very notable gameplay change has to be the lack of a minimap. This has been a really big point of contention so far, and frankly speaking, all I'm gonna say is wait and try it for yourself. I'm pretty skeptical myself. I can't really imagine what it's like to play Call of Duty without a minimap, but I think we owe it to Infinity Ward to at least try it out and share feedback. As you can tell, a lot of content creators have pointed this out and have talked negatively about the impact, but you also have to remember they've only had a limited amount of time with the game, nor do I think they had enough time to learn all the map's ins and outs. As it stands right now, this is the one thing I'm really worried about, but I can't wait to try it out in the open beta and see for myself. And the last big gameplay change has to be the sprinting. You now have two forms of sprint, your regular sprint that you know and are used to, and a super sprint, which allows you to hold your gun up toward the air and run even faster than usual. And before I forget to mention, this game doesn't use hit scan, it uses bullet travel, which isn't really new as it has existed in Black Ops 4, but with the larger maps in play, it will really change things up, and I'm curious to see how that goes as well. Now for the last big change coming to Modern Warfare, it's a change I think is long overdue, and that's the fact that they're ditching the 3-lane map style. It seems Infinity Ward is going for a more realistic Call of Duty here. Between no minimap, bullet drop-off, and larger scale battles, Call of Duty is changing up quite a bit. And to top it all off, ditching that 3-lane map style is really gonna change the flow of the game. And I think it's for the better. Because of that 3-lane map system, I feel like we haven't had a memorable map in the franchise for a long time. And the best part of it all is that the original map designer for Modern Warfare 1 and 2 is back and helping design these new maps for the reboot. Now, while making this video, I just found out about another really big change happening to the game, and that's the fact that kill streaks no longer loop. That means you cannot actually get 2 sets of kill streak without dying in between. I think it suits the type of aim they're going for when it comes to a more realistic Call of Duty, but for sure this is gonna be a change that a lot of people are gonna be unhappy with. As for me, I'm not really sure whether I like the change or not, but once again, I'll wait to play it myself and then make my judgment off playing it. So overall, it does seem like Modern Warfare is changing up the Call of Duty formula in a lot of ways. Whether it's for better or worse is yet to be seen, but I have high hopes that this game is actually gonna pull through. My reasoning is because I feel like Activision has had a pretty tight hold on what Call of Duty can be, and it seems like for once, the developer has a little more control in what it is. I think they're pretty aware of the situation that Call of Duty has kind of been getting stale for a long time, and doing these changes might just be enough to bring new people in and keep some of those old players around as well. Not to mention the fact that they're rebooting it with Modern Warfare, the most recognizable name in Call of Duty franchise history. It really makes it feel like this game is gonna be a step toward the future of Call of Duty and not just a one-off. Now, as someone who's played every single Call of Duty since Call of Duty 2, I can't wait to try this one out. I feel like the franchise has really stagnated over the years, and I'm welcoming any changes made to the formula. The truth is that Call of Duty really needs to keep up with the times, and there's no better time than the present. I'm almost 100% certain that not every change is gonna be for the better, but all these changes need to happen for Call of Duty to reinvent itself into something better than what it is. But now let me pass that question on to you. Whether you play Call of Duty, Battlefield, or neither, has this year's Modern Warfare got you interested in picking it up? If so, what change are you looking forward to most? And if not, why is it a pass to you? Now, if you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button, and if you want more like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell below. Now, I know this isn't the usual type of video I post on the channel, especially since it's not VR related, but I've been pretty excited about Call of Duty Modern Warfare this year, and I wanted to give a go at giving my take on it without using a script. If you enjoy this type of content, be sure to let me know in the comments section below or hit me up on Discord with the link in the description. I honestly really enjoyed making this video, so I wouldn't mind making more videos like this on other topics outside VR, but still in the gaming category. And as for usual, I hope you have a great day and always keep on cruising.